let's go down here. Alright, I already investigated these houses. What the hell? Oh, there's a chest behind here. Give me to that chest. Schematics. I don't think I have enough materials to make anything, but we'll see.
You're worried about the rifts. I understand that. Thank you for hurrying with the potions.
Hello.
Ah, you're awake and out of Lady Cassandra's clutches. And I slipped that, young elven lass good coin to tell me when you came back to us. No matter, no matter. Segret, honored to meet you. Thank you for all you've done, and hopefully will still do.
What do you think I'll be doing exactly?
Word's already spreading that if anyone could close that blighted thing in the sky, it's you. Anything you need is yours. For a reasonable price, of course. Supplies are a little tight, given the circumstances.
Alright, why have you stayed?
What kind of person stays to run a shop at a time like this?
The kind with nowhere else to go. Those blasted demons destroyed most of my goods. If I stay here, work some contacts, I can start rebuilding. Maybe, just maybe, help you folks out in the process.
You must speak with most everyone here. How are people doing?
Hope and fear in equal measure. No one really knows what it means when an Inquisition is called. Yet. I imagine it's no better for you. You've got my sympathies, for what it's worth.
Can I see what you have for sale?
Of course. My wares are at the table.
Alright. So, go to valuables, sell everything. And in terms of outfits, we already know that nobody can equip the new mercenary coats. So sell those. Level 6, that's level 2. I don't have a human mage on me, so I'll sell that as well. Alright, sell a shield. Level 1 dagger, level 4 dagger. Let's sell the dagger. Sell the staff. Sell the bow. And sell the greatsword. Alright. Let's see what we can get here. Actually, before we even think about buying anything, let's see if we can craft something once we get out here. Actually, let's check to see if there's any loot over here, and then we'll do that. And there's a kernel, popcorn kernel stuck in my gum. Worst feeling ever. Dragonlane scale, tier 1 common leather. Prayer stones, hatchet, scout armor. I think I might be able to use the hatchet. Yes, I can. Does less sundering, but does more damage. Oh, wait a minute. No. That's a one-handed weapon. Cassandra!
I don't see why we need to build siege equipment. We're not laying siege to anything.
That's an excellent point, Recruit. But if someone comes to lay siege to us, perhaps it will be best for us to have some means to fight back.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Oh, the snark. As you know from terrible accidents, many passages through the mountain are unstable. We must seal all entrances into the mountain. Templars have done a careful sweep. And there's a note right here. It's just about the siege equipment. Remember when I blasted somebody in the face in Origins with a ballista? That was great. That was amusing as shit.
All in this world of fight.
Alright, now we're heading out here to... what is it? Speak with the smith. Right over yonder.
If the Inquisition wants to field a decent cavalry, it needs better horses. I heard Seeker Pentecost might try to acquire suitable mounts from Master Dennett in the hinterlands.
Oh, and who are you to be fishing around for what the higher-ups are doing?
Back in Angsburg, my uncle was 5th Praetor.
And what's that mean for you back in Arnsberg?
Honestly, about as much as it does here.
Schematics. That was a lot of metals. The game's setting me up to let me craft right away. Oh. Oh yeah, I'm not a rogue. 2 doesn't do what I used to remember it doing. I used to have stealth and I could just run into somebody right away.
Expected you'd be by. I'm Harriet, and everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
Quite well.
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Good. World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work. Something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
I wish Heron and Wade were still here. Actually, strike that. I wish Wade was here and Heron jump off a cliff, because that dude is wacko.
How did you come to be here?
Come from a little town called Lothering. Long gone now. I was in Redcliffe when the Darkspawn hit it during the Blight. Helped rebuild. Left when royalty decided it was time to hand the place over to the bloody mages. And again, fair's fair. It was one of them that stopped the Blight and all. Ended up here. Just missed the boom. Can't decide if I'm the luckiest son of a bitch walking or the exact opposite.
I love how they reference the whole fact that the hero for Elden is mage. If you guys remember in Origins, my character was an elven mage, so... Oh yeah, and Dragon Age Keep, I made sure to replicate every single decision I did in Origins and 2, so anything that you hear referenced is correct.
You're still walking. That's always good.
True enough.
Did I already ask him this?
How did you come to be?
Long
Oh.
story. Not worth telling twice.
Oh, thank you.
Who outfits the Inquisition's soldiers?
Not me. I've got work to do. Can't be passing a sword to every blighter who signs up. If you want to help the troops, talk to Thren, the quartermaster. She'll set up requisitions.
Does the Inquisition not have supplies to make armor or weapons?
Tough convincing traders to haul up here. Impossible to get them to risk the rare stuff, so that's on you.
Oh, good. I'm the one fetching stuff.
Does the Inquisition not have supplies to make armor or weapons?
Tough convincing.
Oh.
Impossible to get them to risk the rare stuff, so
Why do I keep asking them the same question?
What can you and your team make here?
arms and armor. We work iron to blighted dragonbone if you've got it. Our designs are simple, but they get the job done. You want something fancy? Bring your own design. We'll see what we can do.
Good shit.
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll need materials. We should have what you want just outside.
Goodbye.
Right.
Alright, completed the mission. Got some experience for it too. Okay, so I got a heavy armor piece, so I should be able to modify something.
Another time then.
Oh, and just by closing out of that, I just immediately succeeded. Let's look at crafting armor first. I'm a heavy armor gal, so... $54 and $50. Alright, so let's see if I can make a defender's coat. Some metals will give it a better armor rating. For now, we're just going to go with onyx for the armor, and for utility, let's see. Constitution, strength for strength. I want constitution so I live longer, so we'll take that. We're going to make another one for Cassandra. So again, we're going to use onyx, and for her, we're going to go with strength. So let's go with iron. Modified armor, go to Jovi. Heavy armor, this gives plus 3% melee defense.
Looks fine.
Do I have any other upgrades I should look at? No, I don't. Can I craft any upgrades? And vigorous block and defender arms. Those will be for Cassandra. Now that I completely understand the crafting mechanics, I'm definitely taking advantage of it from the get-go, given the difficulty of the game. Alright, so he uses medium armor. I have no schematics, no schematics. I can only work on heavy armor right now, which sucks. What about weapons? Greatsword or a dagger? How am I looking in terms of my greatsword? Yeah, I can go for a better greatsword, or a better two-handed weapon. 78. Let's go with stagger.
Fine.
Alright, we're looking good. We don't have any materials really to go crazy anyway, so we'll have to live with that. You know what sucks is that you can't change the attire you wear outside of fighting and all that. You're kind of stuck with pajamas. Alright, nobody out here. Usually there's people to talk to out here, but looks like I can't do that right now.
We cannot stay here.
Why not?
Because we're Templars.
What does that even mean anymore? That we splinter and fight amongst ourselves instead of protecting the mages?
Better that than stay here with this Inquisition.
You're awfully quick to dismiss the people who saved your life, Matrin.
I got medium armor. Can he equip it? Nope, only for human.
Yes? I'd like your take on the Templar Order. It's a shadow of what it was. Where once we both protected all people from the dangers of magic, we now posture and grab at power. One day, I hope the circles are again sanctuaries where mages can practice their craft. You're not going to rejoin the Order? When the temple went up, your forces rescued those few of us still alive. My life is a debt I intend to repay, however I can. Do you have any idea what caused the explosion? No, I'm just a recruit. Belief and faith doesn't get you closer to the important meetings. Though that distance did save my life. I will talk to you later.
Sleep does take away from the good things. Playing games, hanging out, stuff. You know, stuff. You know, kinds of stuff. I don't know what you want from me. Ooh, I can make a Warden helmet now. And this is for Canary. The frustrating thing about when I had a Canary character is that they couldn't wear a helmet, so I was kind of limited in terms of defense in that regard.
Tell me I have sung to your approval.
Tier 1 bow grip. It's a good thing we're getting all these schematics. Eventually I'm going to want to craft even more stuff. But I've pretty much used all the metal materials that I can. So much elf root. Get used to it. It's an abundance now. Doesn't mean it's going to be an abundance forever.
I should look around.
Alright, so when the character indicates something like that, like they should look around and the thing starts to pulse orange, you press V and it starts to signal something. Like for instance, it's telling me to go in here and there should be the notes that Adon was looking for. There's nothing else in this house, so we can move on. Now, if I recall correctly, there should be a logging stand around here. So we just need to go this way. And da-da-dee-da-day. Or da-da-dee-da-do. And people in the stream chat are talking very, very logically, intelligently, at a college level about sleep cycles, the benefits of sleep, and also what you would do without sleep, etc. My eyes somewhat went cross because I cannot comprehend. My poor brain. So much iron. That's a good thing. I'll show you how to play Vidyas. God, when this translates to YouTube, it's people are going to be so freaking confused. And I'm okay with it. Alright, there should be a logging stand around here. Oh! No, stay still! I want to kill you. Here it is. I can fill in the requisition now, which is awesome. For me, there's 8 people on right now, not just 6. Oh, wait, no, you said 6. Oh, no, you said 8. Oh, God, my brain. And then the ice cracks, and I fall into my icy death. The end. That would be a sucky way to die. Hello? Excuse me. Coming through. Can you stop swinging your swords, please? That's really dangerous. Oh god, if there was a hunger and water meter in this game, overkill. That's what it's called, overkill.
A good horse can make all the difference. The mare I grew up.
Alright, I can make some warrior headgear, so... Templar 8. No headgear at all. Restrictions, elf, dwarf, or human. There's no class restriction at all. Ooh, excellent. So I'll just make 3 of these. Actually, I think I can make 4 of these. Yes, I can. Level 4, level 6. Is that level 1? Rogue human trained. I do not think I get a rogue that is human. Thinking really hard right now. Hold on. And I'm sure I'll get something better by that time anyway. My equipment basically is full of nothing but crafted stuff, which is awesome. Now I can go fill in this requisition, give the dude his notes, and be on my merry way with the plot. Yeah, might as well do this first.
You're back. And in one piece.
You said you thought Master Tajan was working on something special. If it helps, I found his notes.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up? You just give the word.
Farewell.
Reached level 4. And I believe I just, yep, got lyrium potions. Alright, let's fill up everybody's potions to the max now that I have enough elf root.
Let me know if you need anything.
I didn't even have to do much. All I did was farm, collect materials, and give somebody notes, and I leveled up. Let's go with Flow of Battle. Every critical hit reduces the cooldown times on your abilities, giving you the edge to finish off your enemy, plus free strength and a cooldown reduction 1 seconds. And I think everybody else leveled up too. No? I'm the only level 4. Oh, trust me, I'm aware of what the conversation is going about in the chat. I'm just choosing to be quiet about it. They're talking about like frog's legs, raw oysters, eating hearts, different kinds of hearts. It's very janky.
How do you think they'll close that huge hole in the sky?
Ally with the Templars,
Alright. +1 power.
What about the rebel mages?
Rebel mages probably made that damn bridge.
Nice work with those supplies. The smiths can use them to fit our troops with better gear. Might not affect you much, but our recruits will have better chances next time some monster flies out of a rift. Farewell. Make a go with you.
I've had ghost pepper hot sauce before. It's okay.
Find anything we need? Let me know.
I was kind of underwhelmed by it, to be honest.
Does it trouble you?
If it wasn't enough to close the breach, what use is it?
You did everything we asked of you.
And it still didn't work.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
Sounds dangerous.
Couldn't that kind of power just make things worse?
And people call me a pessimist. You've met Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
It was only for a moment on the field. I'm pleased you survived.
This is Lady Josephine Montellier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
Anderan Atishan.
You speak Elven?
You've just heard the entirety of it, I'm afraid.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
A pleasure.
Pleased to meet you all.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
They still think I'm the asshole.
They still think I'm guilty.
That too.
That is not the entirety of it any longer. Some are calling you, a Dalish elf, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading...
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
It's unnerving.
It's a little unsettling.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign. And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat.
They do know it's a threat. They just don't think we can stop it.
The Chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse. There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far, and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Alrighty, I'll talk to her. Also, see you later, Aqua.
I'll see what she has to say.
You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
So here's the fun part. The war table. Now, the thing is, there's different, like, operations that I can do on the war table.
Chancellor Roderick came to speak with me. Could you try not to antagonize him?
If I offend the man so easily, perhaps he should try leaving me alone.
There's no good example right now, but essentially there's going to be all these different operations, and some of them take various amounts of time, from like 10 minutes to 2 real-time hours. And the good thing is that the time actually passes while you're off the game. So for the longer war table operations, I'm definitely going to leave it overnight, like after a stream is over or something. So no worry about that. Mother Giselle was last seen in the hinterlands outside Redcliffe, tending refugees who fled the fighting between renegade Templars and apostate mages. The latest reports suggest that the vicious struggle between the two groups are spread to the hinterlands, catching the refugees and Mother Giselle in the middle. It is vital to protect her and, if possible, restore area to the area. Restore order to the area. Yes, I said restore area to the area. Yo, dog. My scouts will slip past the fighting, find her, and protect her with their lives. Connections not participating, forces not participating. There we go. Get used to seeing this face. She's going to be a common one. We avoided the fighting as best we could. It's every bit as bad as we'd feared. The apostates are mad, attacking anything that moves. And it appears that the Templars here aren't following anyone's orders any longer. We located Mother Giselle and we're trying to protect her, but she refuses to leave the refugees until we've ensured their safety. That will be hard to do without troops to push the apostates and the Templars out of the area. Commander Cullen has asked me to make inquiries of Master Dennett, a retired horse master of Redcliffe, who lives in the area. We've tried to contact him about obtaining better horses for the Inquisition, but we've been unable to get through to fighting. Lead Scout Harding. Restore area to the area of the area. Areaception. Alright, here we go. This is what I wanted to show. See all these different missions? Alright, let's show an example. So, this is a mission. It has the description of what it's about. And then you have your 3 advisors. Some advisors aren't going to be available for certain missions. However, for the other advisors that are available, they have different times of availability. Like for Liliana, it would take her 12 minutes to do this mission, while for Josephine, it would take 15 minutes. And you can get different results depending on who you pick. Sometimes you might end a mission abruptly, a war table operation abruptly, and you won't be able to continue it any further, and you just get a little reward and that's it. Sometimes there's a correct advisor, quote-unquote, that you can pick to get another operation to continue the string of missions. Now, I haven't spoiled myself in terms of who to pick specifically for every war table mission, but, you know, obviously since I've played this game before, I do know a little bit. The fact that I'm playing as a Dalish elf means that I'm not going to be as entirely familiar about some of these. Like, Contact Clan Lavalin is a completely different one that I am not aware of. Offers greetings to the Inquisition and wishes it well in sealing the breach that is open in the skies. While some Dalish clans hate humans and wish nothing to do with them, our clan has always dealt fairly with all and wished only for peace. That said, we have on occasion been forced to defend ourselves from those who saw us only as potential victims. Come to our attention that a member of our clan is being held captive by your Inquisition. She went to the Conclave only to observe the peace talks between your mages and Templars, and we find it highly unlikely that she intentionally violated your customs. If she has been charged with a crime, we would appreciate hearing of it. If not, it would ease our concerns to hear from her to know that she remains with the Inquisition of her own will. We await your reply, Keeper Leofan. Yeah, they're referring to me. Alright, so Cullen would send troops to deliver news and make it clear that we're to be taken seriously. I don't think that would ease their minds. Deliver something the clan needs is a show of good faith. One of our elven scribes can deliver a message and share news of the Inquisition's fair treatment. Well, I know I'm not going to do Cullen's.
At your service.
Let's do Josephine's. That's going to take 15 minutes. Hard Hightown, Varric's Revenge. Ruffles need a favor, actually. Let's call it a loan, since I'll pay it back. I got a letter from my editor in Kirkwall today. She tells me that Hard Hightown 3, the repuncheoning, appeared in print from an Antivan printer a couple of weeks ago. I'll give you a moment to contemplate the horror that is that title. I had my contacts in the Merchants Guild look for the author a couple years back. The best they could find out after spending a couple hundred gold was that Pyrrol Bolenforth is a pen name. I could have told them that for free. You've got contact with the Antivan print houses. Maybe you could find out more in the guild. If the offer has evaded the Merchants Guild, the Crows might be a better choice for investigating him. Maybe. Let's see what else we have here. Herald, your Inquisition says it's for order against chaos, reason and darkness. If you stand by this, come forth and drive the heretics from my land. They claim to be refugees, but I have seen elves and apostates among them, filthy savages tearing at our roots. Monarchs refused to send forth armies, and my own knights were decimated at the conclave. I require your aid to return peace to my lands. Prove your loyalty, and I will see you richly rewarded. Lord Kildarn of Ferelden. Let's see. I could send a refusal. Take advantage of his raving. My spies can harass the refugees into moving somewhere else to win his favor. Send a few patrols, but I would prefer they help the refugees, not this Lord Kildarn. I'm gonna make decisions as well based off of Jovi making these decisions herself. And given the fact that she's more of a meek, sort of a really more peaceful sort of person, she wouldn't want to harass the refugees and make them bug somebody else. She would rather the refugees be helped, so let's have Cullen get on that. Even if it pisses him off. Is there a mission over here? No, there's nothing I can do in Orlais. Gather coin is just something to get money. Who it concerns. The Terran of High Ever wishes to convey our deepest sympathies on death of Divine Justinia. Incomparable in her wisdom. We will hold a vigil in High Ever in remembrance and cordially invite the Inquisition to attend. Nah, I'd rather send somebody in person. I can't scout the Storm Coast, and I cannot rescue the soldiers. So, I might as well have Liliana gather coin. That's going to take an hour, but I might be streaming for an hour. And even if I'm not, it'll finish by the time I get back on game.
Let's see what we have.
Alright, there we go. So yes, my character's a goody-goody two-shoes. I am okay with this.
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinia's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach. Mistress Lavelan, this is the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
People from Orlais, I swear.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denham, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Heraldon. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
People have been injured. You can't just turn them out onto the snow.
And who benefits if they stay?
Divine Justinia, Marquis. The Inquisition, not the Chantry, is sheltering the pilgrims who mourn her.
Why is the Chantry ignoring the faithful?
Because it remains in shock. We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montillier. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Do you have a mustache, like, painted on your mask? People are telling me to be edgier with my dialogue choices, but they have to understand I already been edgy in Dragon Age Origins, and I was pretty much nice in Dragon Age 2, but I made some pretty dark choices. This is how the character is going to be interpreted in Dragon Age Inquisition. That's how it's going to be. There might be certain times where I do kind of be edgy, but it's going to be edgy within her parameters of kindness.
Do the Durelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durelions are Orlesian. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
Somebody says Morgan, Liliana, Alistair, and Anders were their favorites. Anders was my favorites in Awakening. He became one of my least favorites in 2. He became so whiny, to be honest. That's in my opinion, and some people would agree with me on that. Other people will defend him, and I am okay with that.
I apologize for the intrusion. I didn't realize you were meeting with the Marquis.
You did little harm. In truth, the debate was most beneficial as practice for those to come.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
May I ask, what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Liliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais.
You can tell she's from Antiva by her voice.
Rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montillier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas' politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
We still got a bit of dialogue to do, so dialogue.
Good day to you.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Sir Griffith of Denerim, a most distinguished knight of the realm. He's defeated darkspawn, slain demons, chased down abominations. Just don't ask him about it over dinner. He spares no detail. Greetings.
What do the people...
Yeah.
Despite our fame, we're low on...
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
Commander Cullen came to mind.
The commander is an intelligent, cautious man. I'm grateful he's in charge of our standing army.
He's also good looking.
Still, he does sometimes resemble the man with a hammer to whom everything appears as a nail.
Bing, bing.
I was thinking of Cassandra.
Seeker Pentagast is a princess of the Kingdom of Nevarra, although that barely seems important to her. She was not interested when I asked if we might make use of her royal relations. Still, the Inquisition would not have formed without Cassandra. She's an extraordinarily driven woman.
What's your impression of Solus?
I suppose I should be wary of an apostate, but our elven mage has conducted himself with the utmost propriety. And he has the most fascinating stories.
I was thinking of Varric.
Oh, I could listen to his tales for hours. He actually let me read a chapter of his next book he's writing. My friends would be sick with envy if they knew. It's excellent, but a bit different from his past works. Only 3 beheadings so far.
Jesus.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye. Good day to you.
How do you and Leliana know each other?
We moved through similar circles in Norlay. I believe we actually met in Val Royaux. Leliana was quite an accomplished player of the game by then.
What exactly do you mean when you say the game?
Forgive me. The game refers to the slow duels of influence among the noble and powerful of Orlais. It's a rather light-hearted name for the matter, but our legions are fond of playful touches.
Tell me about yourself. Oh shit. Immediately takes me to the multiple dialogue options.
What business are the Montiliers in exactly?
We began as merchants. My ancestors founded the first trade routes to Rivain. We once sent entire fleets across the waking sea.
But not anymore.
No. These days, our vessels are a touch more modest.
You're hiding something.
What did you do before coming here?
I had the great honor of serving Antiva's crown as ambassador to Orlais. I'm also first in line to become the head of House Montilier, though my siblings attend to our mercantile affairs.
How strong are your past loyalties?
I would never have given up my position if I did not intend to fully commit to the Inquisition. We cannot fall back on borders. Antiva is as threatened as any country by the rebellions. If anything, the alliances I forged there may help our current cause.
Do you think the Inquisition will continue after we seal the breach?
If we prove ourselves by healing the breach, people may turn to us for other things. Protection, counsel, justice. The Inquisition offered these once to those in need.
It'd be interesting if, like in Dragon Age 4, the Inquisition actually remains a thing. I mean, they do have Dragon Age Keep in line, so that future Dragon Age titles, you can just kind of allocate what choices you made, and there you go.
Tell me, do you believe I was saved by Andraste at the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I should much like to believe so, Your Worship. The miracles Andraste performed were so long ago, they're difficult to picture. If it were truly her and the Fate who saved you, well, in any case, many already believe you walk in the Maker's light.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
I think there's more I can talk to her about.
What may I do for you?
What are your duties?
What exactly does your job entail?
I meet with ambassadors from various factions and countries, and cement alliances with them. We are a young cause. Diplomacy is essential to our credibility.
Ugh, politics.
Then you speak for the Inquisition with these nobles?
I do.
Politics.
Foster goodwill on our behalf, as well as prevent controversy as news of us spreads.
How heavily are our actions scrutinized?
Make no mistake. Every noble house, every throne, is waiting to see what the Inquisition does next. Many are willing to pledge support, if offers are made in just the right fashion. I intend to see that they are.
Tell me how you came to work for the Inquisition again.
I'd been considering leaving my post in Antiva for a new challenge when Leliana recruited me. There's such unrest in Thedas, and the Inquisition seems a promising method to stop it. It's to everyone's benefit if we prevent the Mage-Templar conflict from spreading further.
So was it the prospect of stability that drew you here?
The full impact of the Mage Rebellion has yet to be felt, and that was before the death of the Divine. The violence must be curbed before we see it turn to full-scale war.
I can agree to that.
I can only imagine the bloodshed if it escalates further.
I'm afraid history holds many examples of what will happen if it does.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
And now the chat is talking about ladders, as if I really want to talk about ladders.
You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. I hope the Inquisition can restore order soon. I never really wanted to leave the Circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it.
The Tranquil?
You've brought back some fascinating things. We're putting them to good use.
You said you were a mage?
No, just an apprentice. I was never very good at magic. I've got just enough talent to be a danger to other people. But when the mages rebelled, people like me had nowhere to go. The Templars would have killed us. Luckily, Seeker Pentagast took me in, along with the Tranquil I was protecting.
I'm surprised that even an apprentice mage wouldn't join the rebellion.
I don't like using magic to fight. I'm not good at it either. I liked studying. I liked performing rituals that helped us unlock the secrets of the Veil. I liked having the Templars around to keep us safe.
A pity you aren't Dalish, then.
You might have done well among the Dalish. Our mages are encouraged to study safely.
Fenrir will take the Dalish. Don't let my lack of Vanisline fool you, Lethline. I was a proud member of my clan until my magic manifested. You know what happens when they have too many mages. They gave me a pack and sent me into the woods to find my own life. I was 7 years old.
That's awful.
I'm so sorry.
I stumbled into a village, starving and cold a few weeks later. I started using magic to scare predators away. The villagers saw me make fire in my fist. They were terrified and wanted to kill me. Templars saved me from them. They gave me food and clothes and took me to the Circle. I've seen what life is like without the Templars, and I want no part of it. I just want to study.
You said that you were keeping some of the Tranquil safe.
Yes. The mages took some of them when my Circle rebelled. The rest were forgotten. Most Circle mages look down on the Tranquil, or try to pretend they don't exist. They don't have any emotions. They can barely take care of themselves. Can't defend themselves at all. It's a shame. I like them better than most people.
I'm glad they have someone who cares about them.
They deserve better. They're polite, they're rational, and they'll never get angry at you.
Well, no shit. They got robbed of all their emotions.
No normal person could ever match. But the Templars, even some of the mages, mistreated them just because they could. The Tranquil never fought back. If not for that, I don't know. Doesn't really matter now.
You said Cassandra has you researching creatures.
Yes. If you find anything interesting in your travels, I'd appreciate you bringing it to me. I may be able to find some weakness our soldiers can exploit when fighting various creatures. At the least, some materials are useful for making potions or gear for the Inquisition.
Why did you decide to research dangerous creatures?
I like the outdoors. The idea of the outdoors, anyway. When some monster is coming at you, glowing eyes and burning claws, it's terrifying. But once you know how it works, you can deal with it. It's just another part of the world. So much of this world is only frightening because we don't understand it.
I'll speak with you later.
Thank you again for what you've brought back.
So, bringing up my past as a Dalish can sometimes backfire. That's good to know. Alright, there's actually only one thing I'm trying to do here. I want to go find Cassandra and Cullen to talk to.
Too many wounded. Not enough bandits.
Now I got a piece of kernel stuck in my throat.